direct and indirect proportion or direct and inverse proportion. So first of all, we have to understand what is direct proportion and what is inverse proportion. Firstly, I am introducing the concepts. We come across many situations in our day-to-day life where we need to see variation in one quantity bringing in variation in the other quantity. Students, हमारी डेली लाइफ में हम कई बार ऑब्जर्व करते हैं कि एक क्वांटिटी दूसरी क्वांटिटी पर डिपेंड करती है। मीन्स एक क्वांटिटी में वेरिएशन दूसरी क्वांटिटी में भी वेरिएशन लाता है। सपोज अगर एक क्वांटिटी इंक्रीज होती है तो दूसरी भी इंक्रीज हो रही है, या एक डिक्रीज होती है तो दूसरी भी डिक्रीज होती है, या कई बार ऐसा भी होता है कि एक क्वांटिटी इंक्रीज हो रही है तो दूसरी डिक्रीज हो रही है, या एक क्वांटिटी डिक्रीज हो रही है तो दूसरी इंक्रीज हो रही है। शायद आपको अच्छे से समझ नहीं आ रहा होगा, तो हम कुछ एग्जांपल लेके समझते हैं। इफ नंबर ऑफ आर्टिकल्स increases, the total cost also increases. Suppose students, you have to distribute toffees to your friends. You have 10 friends, so you have to buy 10 toffees. Each toffee cost 5 rupees. So you have to buy 10 toffees. So you have to pay 10 into 5 means 50 rupees. Okay, if you buy 10 toffees, you have to pay 50 rupees. Now suppose you want to distribute toffees to your brother's friend also, and your brother also have 5 friends. So now you have to bring 10 plus 5 means 15 toffees. You have to buy 15 toffees. So for 15 toffees, you have to pay 15 into 5 means 75 rupees. So what you observe? You observe that if you buy 10 toffees, you have to pay 50 rupees. But if you buy 15 toffees, you have to pay 75 rupees. Means more the toffees you buy, more will be the cost that you paid. Okay, means if number of articles increases, the total cost also increases. Let us take another example. More the money deposited in bank, more is the interest earned. Students, आप सभी को पता है कि जब हम बैंक में मनी डिपॉजिट करते हैं तो उस मनी के लिए हमें कुछ इंटरेस्ट पे करता है बैंक। तो जितना ज़्यादा पैसा आपने बैंक में डिपॉजिट किया है उतना ज़्यादा इंटरेस्ट आपको मिलेगा। कम पैसा डिपॉजिट किया है कम इंटरेस्ट मिलेगा, ज़्यादा पैसा डिपॉजिट किया है ज़्यादा इंटरेस्ट मिलेगा। थर्ड एग्जाम्पल, एज द स्पीड ऑफ व्हीकल इंक्रीजेस, टाइम टेकन टू कवर द सेम डिस्टेंस डिक्रीजेस। आप एक व्हीकल से जा रहे हो, ये तो सब आप लोगों ने एक्सपीरियंस किया होगा कि जब कभी भी हम स्लो स्पीड में चलाते हैं गाड़ी तो किसी डेस्टिनेशन तक पहुंचने के लिए हमें कम समय लगता है। ये तो आप सभी ने एक्सपीरियंस किया होगा कि जब हम स्लो स्पीड में गाड़ी चलाते हैं तो किसी डेस्टिनेशन तक पहुंचने के लिए हमें ज़्यादा समय लगता है। लेकिन अगर हम हमारे व्हीकल की स्पीड बढ़ा लें तो डेस्टिनेशन तक, सेम डेस्टिनेशन तक पहुंचने में अब हमें कम समय लगता है। ओके, फोर्थ एग्जांपल इज फॉर अ गिवन जॉब मोर द नंबर ऑफ वर्कर्स लेस विल बी टाइम टेकन टू कंप्लीट द जॉब। सपोज यू हैव गॉट अ प्रोजेक्ट एंड you require 10 days to complete this. Okay, but your teacher tell to submit the project within 5 days. You cannot complete the project in 5 days alone. So आप अपने मम्मी पापा या भाई बहन से हेल्प लेते हैं। तो अगर ज़्यादा लोगों को आप इंक्लूड कर लेते हैं अपने प्रोजेक्ट वर्क में तो नेचुरल सी बात है कि आपका जो प्रोजेक्ट है जो 10 दिनों में कंप्लीट होने वाला था वो 5 या हो सकता है 5 से भी कम दिनों में कंप्लीट हो जाए. मीन्स more the number of workers, less will be the time taken to complete the job. Students, we have seen 4 examples, and in first 2 examples, if one quantity increases, the other dependent quantity also increases. For example, in first question, if number of article increases, then total cost also increases. Means total cost depend upon the number of articles. If we need more article, we have to pay more, and if we need less article, we have to pay less. So this variation or this proportion is known as direct proportion. Means if one quantity increases, other will be also increases. This is direct proportion. In second example, more the money deposited, more will be the interest earned. And if less money deposited, less interest earned. So here also there is a case of direct proportion. In third example, as the speed of vehicle increases, time taken to cover the same distance decreases. Means if one quantity increases, then the dependent quantity decreases. One quantity increases, the other quantity decreases. So this is case of inverse proportion. In fourth example, for a given job, more the number of workers, less will be time taken to complete the job. More the number of workers, if we increase the number of workers, time taken to complete the job will be decreases. One quantity increases, other will be decreases. So this is also a case of inverse proportion. So students, when we talk about a direct variation, we are talking about a relationship where as x increases, y increases, or as x decreases, y decreases at a constant rate. Means if we have direct proportion, it implies that if one quantity means x increases, the other dependent quantity means y also increases, and it increases at a constant rate. Or in other case, if x decreases, then y also decreases at a constant rate. Formula used in direct variation is x1 upon y1 is equal to x2 upon y2. Student, we will use this formula for direct variation in solving some day-to-day life problems. So students, let's understand the concept of direct proportion by taking a simple example. If the cost of 1 kg of apple is 100 rupees, okay, then what will be the cost of 2 kg of apple? And what will be the cost of 3 kg of apple? Study the following table. Here we have 2 rows. In one row we have weight of apple in kg, and in second row we have cost of apple in rupees. And we have 4 columns. In second column we have 1 kg of apple. It means 1 kg of apple, and cost of 1 kg of apple is 100 rupees. So what will be the cost of 2 kg of apple? It will be 200 rupees. And what will be the cost of 3 kg of apple? It will be 300 rupees. So students, we can observe from this table that the ratio of x and y, means if we divide this one by this 100, we will get the ratio 1 upon 100. And if we divide this 2 by 200, we will again have 1 upon 100. Ratio as 1 upon 100. And ratio of this 3 and 300 is also 1 upon 100. Means the ratio x upon y does not changes. So students, it implies that this is a case of direct proportion. And in direct proportion, we know the formula for direct proportion. X1 upon y1 is equal to x2 upon y2. And in this case, x1 upon y1 and x2 upon y2 is 1 upon 100. So students, our next question is, following are the car parking charges for 4 hours. One should have to pay rupees 60. For 8 hours, he should have to pay 100 rupees. For 12 hours, cost is 140 rupees. And for 24 hours, cost is 180 rupees. Check if the parking charges are in the direct proportion to the parking time. We have to check these two quantities, means parking time and the charges are in direct proportion or not. So for this checking, we have to take ratio of these two quantities. So our first ratio, that is x1 upon y1, will be 4 upon 60. And 4 upon 60 is 1 upon 15. And our second ratio, that is x2 upon y2, is 8 upon 100. 8 upon 100 is 2 upon 25. Our third ratio, that is x3 upon y3, is 12 upon 140. And 12 upon 140 is 3 upon 35. And our fourth ratio is 4 upon 30. Student, you can clearly see that these all ratios are not same. Means x1 y1 means 1 upon 15. 1 upon 15 is not equal to 2 upon 25. And 1 upon 15 is also not equal to 3 upon 35. And it is not equal to 4 upon 30. Means x1 upon y1 is not equal to x2 upon y2. Means this is not a case of direct proportion. It means parking charges are not in the direct proportion to the parking time. So students, our next question is, a machine in a soft drink factory fills 840 bottles in 6 hours. How many bottles will it fill in 5 hours? They have asked us that the machine, how many bottles machine fill in 5 hours. So let's start. Let us suppose y bottles will it fill in 5 hours. Okay, so we have to form a table as shown below. We have to form table in the form of rows and columns. We have to make 2 rows and 3 columns. In first row we have to write number of hours, and in second row we have to write number of bottles. In the question we have given us that the machine will fill 840 bottles in 6 hours. So in the hour column we have to write 6, and in the bottles column we have to write 840. And they have asked us that how many bottles will the machine fill in 5 hours. So we have to write 5 in hours row and y in number of bottles row. Students, you can clearly see that as the number of hours will increases, number of bottles will also be increases, and as the number of hours decreases, the number of bottles will also be decreases. So this is a case of direct proportion. And for direct proportion, we use this formula, x1 upon y1 is equal to x2 upon y2. This is x1, this is y1, this is x2, and this is y2. So we have to put all these values in this formula. formula. So after substituting all these values in the formula, we will have 6 upon 840 is equal to 5 upon y. And after cancellation, we will have 1 upon 140 is equal to 5 upon 1. So after doing cross multiplication means 1 into y is equal to 5 into 140. We have y is equal to 140 into 5. 140 into 5 is 700. So we will have y is equal to 700. Means machine will fill 700 bottles in 5 hours.